Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles of the earth as a great millstone, whom land is true from. I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today I just want to go into a quick scripture, going into, the mark of the beast. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. So, as we should know, the mark of the beast is, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 states, it's a mark that people are going to receive in their right hands or in their foreheads, that mark of the beast being, the RFID, CHIP, So I'm just going to go into, what, the cause of getting that, device implanted, is going to be. So I'm going to go into the book of Revelation, chapter 16 and verse 2, and it says, "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had received Slakia. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image." Yes, simple Google definition for the word grievous, and it says of something bad, very severe or serious. And yes, the mark of the beast is something bad, and it's something very serious, because, the nation of Israel, this is a warning, the Apostle John warned us not, to take this device, and that's part of the reason why, because it was going to leave a grievous sore, We're going to go into the Strong's Concordance and look up that word sore. And it's Helkos.
Strong's G 1668, Helkos. Helkos.
And the definitions read, or outline of biblical usage. It says a wound, especially a wound producing a discharge, pus, a sore, an ulcer, and that's pretty much it. People that get that device implanted are going to have, is going to leave a grievous sore. Ultimately, that sore is going to be cancer. Now, I have an image pulled up of a man that, has the device implanted. Now, you can't really see that Slakia. But as you can see, it's pretty much left a wound in this man's hand, because of the syringe that's going to be used to, implant this device into people's hands. But ultimately, that device is going to Slakia. That device is ultimately going to give those that receive it cancer, because it's going to be emitting, radiation. That's going to be one of the main causes, for people getting sick from getting these devices implanted. It's going to give them cancer. Their bodies are going to reject it. Ultimately, And it's going to go into, the judgment for receiving the mark of the beast. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 20. And it says, "And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them which had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. And yes, you know that lake of fire is going into World War III when those nuclear missiles are ultimately shot off and, hit the land of America, because America is Babylon the Great, and Babylon the Great is ultimately prophesied to be destroyed, to be utterly wasted, to be left desolate, because of the wickedness that is pushed out throughout this land, you know. But that's the judgment, that people are going to receive for getting that device. That first judgment being, cancer. They're going to get cancer because of, the device being implanted wherever they may get it. They can get it anywhere in their body, but primarily people are going to get it in their hands and in their foreheads, So wherever they get it, they're going to get cancer. And second, that ultimate judgment, they're going to be burned alive, So I'm going to end it on this. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20. I'm just going to read the rest of them. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 10. And it says, "And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever." Now, ultimately, the devil being Esau, Edom, but the other nations, the 2/3 of Israel, like they won't, literally be burning forever. America is gonna burn for a while, because ultimately, when those missiles are shut off, it's gonna cleanse the earth, just like the Lord cleansed the earth the first time by way of the flood. He judged the earth. It's like he cleansed and judged the earth, by way of bringing in that flood. He's gonna cleanse the earth again, this time by way of fire. That's gonna be the Lord's, last major judgment, by bringing this fire upon the earth, upon this wicked kingdom. This is the book of Revelation chapter 20 and verse 14, and it says, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death." And yes, the first death again being, the flood. Noah, his sons, and their wives were the only souls that were preserved, during that time. But in this particular time that we're living in, only the elect of the nation of Israel would be delivered from the destruction to come. This is verse 15, Revelation 20 and 15, and it says, "And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire." So yes, that's going to be the judgment for, first and foremost, Esau, Edom, the heathen nations that are over here in America or wherever else they may be in the world where the missiles are going to hit. The 2/3 of Israel. But only the elect will be delivered from that destruction. Ultimately, they're not written in a book of life, so they won't receive salvation. It won't be like when we were in Egypt, where the Lord delivered the entire nation. No, He's only going to deliver, those souls that were predestined from the beginning to be saved, So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwatash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I say Shalom.